music has never been a everyday guy's game. It's always been a rich man's game, especially if you wanted to excel and get in front of the millions of people. You had to have a moderate type of budget. Like, you can't be just everyday Joe, which is why country rap is so appealing to most of the people that are out there, because it's a whole bunch of everyday Joes rapping about everyday shit. You know, but I think if you are, and I think you're looking at it from a core hip hop perspective. I do understand that part. But if you change your appeal and change your eyes and look at it from a country rap perspective, and then use that reach and those analytics and all of that other algorithm stuff towards country rap, because you've got a smaller niche to play with, you will excel. The biggest issue with these, and I'll say this with most of the people that are in country rap, their eyeballs are on hip hop. Fuck hip hop. Hip hop ain't studying nobody in country rap. But there's a whole core demographic that looks exactly like you, that is waiting for you to rap, that wants more music from you every single day. If you cater towards them, Lil Baby fans, be damned. Like, the Baby fans, to hell with them. Migos fans, fuck them. Like, you don't need them. Your fan base is the fan base that is over here in country rap, and your fan base buys merchandise. They don't do that in core hip hop. Your fan base will follow you wherever the hell you are, in what state. They don't do that in hip hop. They'll wait for you to come to that state or come close by, and then they'll jump on and go to that concert. Your fan base is more of a rabid fan that we used to see and hear about in the 80s and 90s with Michael Jackson and Prince, like just the crazed fan. You know, those fans, they are here for you. I just think that we aren't attracting them or catering to their needs and putting out music consistently and interacting with them via social media, because it's an asset. You got to be able to do that on the day-to-day. There's just so much. I don't want you to think that it's a negative. I don't want you to think it's a negative.
I try. I was talking to it about it in a sense, like, you know how they try to charge you to promote your shit now. You know,
agree.
When I first started, bro, I was broke as a joke, bro. I couldn't afford to put $10 behind a boosted post. Like, literally, even when I had the big song, one of the biggest songs in country rap at the time, Square Body, when it was taking off and doing this, because I didn't even know how to go collect my royalties, bro. I didn't know none of that. I didn't know nothing about nothing.
Right.
And a lot of people used my naiveness to get in there and steal money from me.
Okay. That's stereotypical music industry practices, but yes.
Yep. It's fucking bullshit.
Right.
But at the time, bro, I don't know, because the algorithms were totally different 6 years ago, 5 or 6 years ago.
Agreed.
Considered to what they are now. Like, even if you boost a post and put like $1,500 on it now, there's a potential chance that you don't get nothing out of it.
Yeah, but I wouldn't boost a post. It depends on where you're boosting it. And this is something that everybody that's watching this can learn from this. If you're blanking it, that $1,500 over all of America, you know, I wouldn't do that. I would definitely keep, if we're dealing with country rap content, I would keep that shit in the southeastern part of the country. Maybe go over to Texas. I wouldn't go no higher than Arkansas, but I would come Arkansas, Kentucky, Virginia on down. You know, and then do your micro marketing within there for the people who also search the top people that are in the genre, which is Upchurch, Jelly, Hope Ford, like whatever's going to trigger that algorithm. So whenever they search for that shit, your shit pops up too. Do that. But it has to be something that is done consistently throughout the entire genre for the trigger to kick in. If not, then you got to increase that reach from Southeast to down near half of the United States to reach the same amount of people when you don't really have to. You got to like keep micro marketing it and start with 300, start with 100 million. You're going to cut that in half to around 75, 60 million for just the Southeast, and then start picking out little pockets. You only want females from 18 to 25 that have went to college and got a job. So now that shit is further down, man. Instead of 60 million, you probably got 20 million to play with. Now you only want females within that demographic that go to work from 8 to 5. You know, you probably cut down that shit even half. You got to keep digging into the analytics. But you have an asset because you know of it. Now you got to use the tools because those analytics. Those analytics are your best friend, especially on Facebook. When you dig into them and you start digging with the numbers to see who's watching what at what time and how, like now you're figuring out how you need to market to them. Now you're figuring out what methodology you need to go through. So, okay, so if 90% of my people are watching my shit and it's between 4 and 6, then I need to be putting out content right before that 4 to 6 window so that it's there for them. Yeah. But if you put your shit out, right? But if you putting your shit out like at 8 o'clock and 90% of the people watching from 4 to 6, you've missed that. So that entire budget, that whole budget is wasted. So you got to really dig into the analytics and use them to your benefit. Because I guarantee Facebook is not a social media network. Facebook is an informational warehouse. They traffic in numbers. They traffic in selling advertisers data so the advertiser can really jump in those data and then try to figure out where those markets are for their product. You got to treat it the same way because your music is a product too. So use those analytics wherever you can dig into analytics. I don't care where it is, whether it's your distributor, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, whatever it is, dive deep feet first into analytics.
I got caught up in that stuff, the open source shit on stuff.
Right.
And it's kind of scary, dude. When you start getting in there reading certain shit about these terms and what this is and what that is, dude, it's freaky, bro. Like, and then being able to change an open source to use it for self-gain.
Open source is awesome though. Like you can.
It is. I'm learning it. Like,
don't think of it as a negative because let's say you got Grand Theft Auto, and this is a real open source. Grand Theft Auto on what's the name of that gaming thing that the kids use?
PlayStation, Xbox.
It's online. Starts with an S. I can't remember it.
Steam.
Steam. That's it.
Yeah.
There are games on Steam that are open source. You get the game, you get somebody to edit it for you. So instead of you having a character that I'm gonna use Gucci Mane as an example, instead of you having a character that's a random white dude, you can cater and put a skin on him, and the skin would be Gucci Mane. And every time he shoots the gun, it goes brr. That type of shit. If you do some shit like that, then you're using it to your benefit. Open source is the shit because when Twitter becomes open source, it is going to be a completely different network. But don't run away from anything that is open source because open source is now yours to play with.
I wasn't saying I was trying to run away from. I'm just saying some of it's scary. I'm you know what I mean? At a point. I was reading some stuff on there. I know this is venturing off from this interview.
Oh no, it's all interview. Pick it in your head.
But what I was reading is it's like a lot of these big Fortune 500 companies have used it to their advantage, like you're saying.
Right.
But at the same time, I don't know, man. I'm just learning. I don't even know. I'm just at the basic intermediate level, I'm entering now. Like now it's time to learn how to write code.
Right.
And do my own shit. And that's what I've been wanting to do, man.
Okay. That's good.
I'm trying to learn it, bro. And if you can teach me anything, I'm all for it. You know what I mean?
Whatever you jumping in, try to think of it as a brand and how you can use it for your brand. The coding, it varies from different platforms, but don't be intimidated by it because just like you can use it, McDonald's will use it, Taco Bell will use it. Like all of these major corporations will use it to their benefit. So if anybody's supplying open source coding out there, jump on that shit if you can. And it's just basically learning basic HTML and then playing with it from there.
Okay, definitely.
Before we let you go,
all right,
I got to ask, man. You appeared, and I'm sure you were recording before this, but I had you pulled up. Let me put it back up here. Like you appeared on Spotify, and you have a bunch of your discography is like insane, bro. I don't know if people realize like you have over 8 full-length projects on Spotify.
Yeah, man. That ain't even nothing though compared like to all the redneck remixes I did and all that. And then I also have like 5 or 6 albums that's unreleased.
Like the first being, let me go back. Bro, you have a bunch. It's like you go back to 2017 with Redneck Hero.
No, going back to Reload 2.0.
No, actually Reload 2.0, then Redneck Hero, America's Hero, Underrated, Stubborn American, Talk of the Town. You had Salvage,
Yeah,
White Wolf, Crossfaded, Shotgun Shane, Reloaded. Actually, the first one we spoke of was Back Road University. And that's when I was like, man, this guy is really tapping into something. I think I might have called you the T-Pain of country rap on that one. And then Retribution 2.0. Like, bro, all that music you've released, what do you feel like what do you feel like you've learned? Because, bro, that's a large amount of body of work, and that's albums. I ain't even finna rattle every single. Those are just full-length projects.
Man. I get what you're saying. Like, I guess what I've learned, man, over doing that is just be yourself, man. Like, really, I mean, I know it sounds cliche as shit, but really over those times, because like I said, I tried to force a lot of things early on. As I kept growing and as the man I am today, I've learned just to be myself, bro. Like, just be me. If I feel like coming out here making a fucking rock sampled record that don't really have to do with country rap, then I'm going to do it, you know, if it's on my heart to do it. I just always don't be scared to get the message across. Really, it's what it boils down to. I just love music in general. I've always have, man, since middle school, bro. Like, I've just always loved the music. Music used to alter me and hype me up for ball games and be good to turn on for the ladies to when you're trying to get some. You know, it's just, it alters emotions and moods, bro. It's powerful.
And I also noticed, like, on your White Wolf project, you had a bunch of features.
Yeah.
Hey,
that was one of the only ones I did that on. You know, I'm not normally a feature guy.
That's what I was about to ask. Why don't Shotgun Shane, like, since 2020, I can't find a feature from you other than the record with you, Bubba Sparks, and Young Buck. Why don't you do a lot of features?
I don't know, man. I don't know how to answer that.
You don't want to split that money?
No, it's not that, bro. At all.
I'm just joking.
I wouldn't be against doing that at all. I guess a lot of it was me having something to prove to everybody that I can do it on my own, you know, and that I really didn't need no cosigns or nothing like that. I wanted to make it on my own. Like these other guys, I've seen that they did have help. They either had like a super producer behind them, or they had a really big feature that helped like catapult them to getting attention toward them. I never had that, bro. Like on my first albums, which the Reload 2.0 is still my most bought album, most streamed album. And I got to give a shout out to Charlie P out of fucking Cashville, bro. That's Buck's manager and shit. And I think he's doing Bubba's shit too now. But Charlie P has believed in me from the get-go, and I got to give him his flowers, show him some love, man. And shout out to Buck and Bubba for like hopping on my record. I did just drop the Square Buddy remix recently too, and I featured Catfish Cooley and Project Pat, and those are dope records. You know, I just wanted to incorporate two different walks of life on something else, you know, that's already something big. And will it take off? Don't know. It might. You just gotta like give it time. Sometimes, like I've seen records, you can put them out and a year later that they blow the hell up, and then other times you can put out a record and it blow up right then and there. You know, you don't never know.
Oh, those are definitely facts. And I'm gonna say from a personal experience, I just received a email or a screenshot this week that a song that I was a part of years ago is still top 15 on the singles chart. So yeah, you never know.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, because people, you know, I just received a screenshot that says this is 1, 2, and that song's in the top 10. I'm like, wow, how do these records just keep going? So you never know, just keep creating.
That's awesome, bro. Congrats on that.
Oh, dang, somebody hide my money, so I just get. I'm like you, Shotgun Saints. They just taking out. It's somewhere. They telling me just get a shovel and start digging. There's a pot of gold somewhere for me. Bro.
I say there is.
In closing, bro. The first thing that me and Spank, we go round and round with this one right here. And we will talk about this until we start talking about a grand opening, and I'm sure grand closing, we're going to be talking about this. What is country rap to Shotgun Shane?
Way of life, bro. Way of life. It's just the simple way to put it, and it sums it all up.
Way of life.
That's it.
How would you like, what in closing, man, what would you like to say to the people, the fans, just anybody who wants to know anything about Shotgun Shane, anybody who's believed any BS, anyone who's ever trolled, like what would you like to say to the people?
Thank you to all the ones that didn't like let that alter your opinion on me, or like, because it's music at the end of the day, and that's what I'm here to present, to give y'all music to get y'all through. Like, you might have had a shitty work week. My music is there to help get you through that shitty work week. Or if you want something that's going to like be something you can play to party to and celebrate, it's there. That's what the music's for. Like I said, it's for all your emotions into one. And for the ones that did believe in that bullshit, get the time to know me, man, before you really cast judgment. You know, you can't just go by what people say, because like I had to tell somebody the other day, there's 3 sides to a story: my side, their side, and the truth. You can't just go on one of them and be like, hell yeah, you son of a bitch. You can't do that. But for those that have stood there, still fans, thank y'all for supporting the country rap as a whole. And I hope you all continue to do so. Let your kids bump to it, you know, if it ain't too vulgar and shit like that. But, you know, let's all have a good time when we start going back to these mud parks and going on tour, and come up and holler at your boy, man.
Oh, well, I do have one last question. If Frank has something. Can country rap be sexy?
I think so.
Because that's what I felt so. when the project we talked about, I'm like, this man is trying to make country rap sexy. Remember when I told you, I'm like, Shotgun Shane, you need to come out with the roses and the chocolates for Valentine. Yeah. You remember me telling you that?
And I listen.
and country rap out them big Daisy Bell panties.
There you go. Hey, I was listening to you. I just wanted you to know that, man. I took everything in, man.
Spank, you got anything?
What's next for you? Like the album dropped. Is there what's you got playing for the rest of the year?
I'm probably going to drop another project in the summer, and maybe one more in the fall.
We getting videos? When the videos come?
Yes. I'm doing videos, and I got, just wait, man. I got some dope videos.
Okay.
Some dope. This time I'm really going out there with the budgeting and shit like that. So we're actually going to do some really, really top-notch shit.
Okay.
Yep.
Shotgun Shane, man, it's been a long time coming. We definitely appreciate you coming on the show. Sure. And hey, bro, enjoy the rest of your day.
Yes, sir. And we'll go take these kids to these monster trucks.
All right, enjoy that, man. Enjoy that.
Appreciate
it. Yeah, have a blessed one. Thanks for having me on the show, man.
All right.
Much love, y'all.
Shotgun Shane, the legend.
The legend. We're giving him legendary status already.
Okay, so he's been in the game, bro. The man, it was so many I didn't want to count. He has over 10 full-length projects, bro. How many people in hip hop don't have that independent?
Oh, not a lot. Not a lot.
I'm talking about
we're defining. Shotgun Shane came around before the genre started defining itself. So I don't want him to get lost in the sauce. You know, because 2015, 2016-ish, like if you got to really start competing now, because there's kids dropping, like you just said right before we started the podcast, this kid's dropping every week. You know, he's got to do something to stay ahead of them and be consistent with it. You know, and his sound is so distinctively different from everybody else, he can win. It's just got to have the right visuals and the right marketing tactic. With that, there is no losing for him. He just got to figure that out.
I personally think, and this is just my opinion, I think Shotgun Shane, the music is there. Anytime we've ever discussed Shotgun Shane's music, we've never said anything negative, me
Right.
nor you. I think Shotgun Shane has so much music, and you just asked him the question. I think he needs more visuals.
Yes.
Because Shotgun, he might drop a video per project. And I think he needs, and that's not me saying he shouldn't put out the music, but it's funny. I'm now saying what you said. I never thought about it until you said it. Even if you got to do in-studio videos.
Yeah.
In-studio videos with the iPhone. Hey, man, even if you got to give us a couple of those.
Yeah.
And once you say in-studio videos, I start thinking of what if I was an artist and I really didn't have the budget.
Oh, no, there's no excuse.
But I was like, Spank's right. I can do the in-studio video, even if the studio is mine.
Right, exactly.
So let me tell you what I bro, in my mind, my mind be working. I'm like, so I got a home studio, right?
Right.
So, and not just this, I was thinking about this other day. So there's a gentleman doing a documentary.
Mm-hmm.
And he invited me out to speak on his documentary.
No, he invited me too.
No, it's a different person.
Oh, well, that dude invited me too.
You can shout him out. Shout him out.
You talking about Homeboy?
Homeboy's doing one. I got invited out. I just was part of DJ Threat's documentary.
Okay.
You remember DJ Threat?
It's a long time ago.
Yeah. He's doing a documentary called We Hate Threat. No, not We. Damn. Forgot about Threat. But he was part of the song We Hate Pastor Troy. I don't want y'all thinking I'm dissing.
Okay.
But he invited me out to speak on behalf because I was the first person to put him on television during the Our Nation days.
20, 30 years ago. That's a long time ago, bro. That is some hip hop history. Wow.
He called me. He called me and was like, "Hey, bro, I want you to be part of the documentary." And I was like, he was like, "Bro," and he sent me screenshots from the Our Nation show.
Wow. See how impactful that shit was on him? That he's still holding on to something 30 years later.
So I am part of the documentary. But anyway, it made me it made me still follow up. Bro, you planted that in my head and I'm not an artist. So hopefully these artists is planted in their head. So right. I'm thinking like, so if I'm an artist and I do 7, and I've also even I said I would not do projects. But if I do a project, I'm probably going to do 7 songs, 10 at the most. And I think I can squeeze out 10 videos. And I think I can squeeze 5 without hiring anyone.
Yeah.
I'm going to shoot, huh?
Yeah, you could. I'm
going to shoot 1 in the video. I'm going to shoot 1 in my home studio, where I probably recorded my stuff.
Right.
Like right now, if I was an artist, I can shoot a video here in my studio.
Right.
That's 1. Okay, I'm going to do what Threat did, because Threat hired a company and he's renting the studio. Okay. And I can tell he didn't tell me that. But I can tell because he was looking like that. So the people filming the thing, they were engaged in what I was saying because I was dropping hip hop history. Okay. And Threat was over there looking at me like, so I can tell he's paying for hours. So I'm like, if I'm an artist, man, I go pay an hour. Give me an hour, get my girl, my partner, and for an hour, shoot my video. Right. That's 2. True. Then I thought about Scram.
The trailer video?
Yeah, Scram when he
was walking down the
yes.
Okay.
So
both of them were short.
It don't matter. One? If I got a house, or I know somebody that got a porch. Right. That's 3. I'm shooting on the porch. Okay. That's 3. Then I get me a walking down the street one, Matt Towns. Okay. Just walking down. That's 4. And I get 1 in the car.
That's 6.
That's 5. That's 5. That's 5. Bro, I ain't
How to
hired
get it from both sides of the car.
Yeah, hey, what I'm saying is, or maybe I get a car in a truck, or maybe I get one on. Bro, hey, you are
back of the truck. Creative. Yeah.
Y'all better get that phone Jesse B got and get creative. Shotgun Shane. Build your visuals. I think so many people have heard negative about Shotgun Shane. I think a lot of them might not even give him a chance because the people, for lack of a better term, the people he beef with have huge fan bases. And
usually be the fans, not the people.
Yes.
But he needs to, and I was saying the same thing when you was telling me the church was getting off of the internet. And I was like, y'all need to just be Ray Charles to the bullshit. Like ignore it. You don't even see it. Like all of that stuff, you stay on task. You got a project, let's put the project out. You got an advertising and marketing plan. Okay, let's put it out in a strategic way so we can make sure we're capturing the branding and the marketing we're supposed to. Like all the other shit, if it ain't making you money, fuck it. Like really, like it doesn't even. There's like, what did he say? Well, no, we both agree. They are taking up brain space, and they live rent free. Like don't allow that. It's not even worth it. Like let all that shit go.
It's hard, bro.
I have a very easy fuck it meter. You know, I'll cut a switch off immediately. You know, my wife is sitting right over there. If I will get up and leave on Thanksgiving night, bruh, ain't nothing I won't do to say fuck it. So trust and believe. These people need to understand that to protect your peace, you better to learn to say fuck it and be okay with saying it confidently with no remorse and no restrictions and no looking back. Just say fuck it.
I'm gonna say this about Spank, and to prove that it's true. You will be clicking like on Spank's Thanksgiving Day meal, and he's traveling. That literally happened. I'm like, dang, Heather is getting it in. Is that mac and cheese?
Oh yeah, she had cooked Thanksgiving and everything. It was we was finna ball out. We ended up bringing him home though.
Bro.
Yeah.
How long of a ride was that? To bring it home?
6 hours.
Y'all took the food?
Yes, sir. It was ours. We made it. Heather spent all day making that shit. And then I was like, you know what? Look, I told her, look, this ain't even something I'm trying to entertain no more. Let's go. And when it got a U-Haul and peep out.
When we spoke, I'm like, I told my wife, like, no, this is weird. But you know me, I don't ask no questions. I'm just going, that's my brother. But I'm like, I just know good and damn well I was just bragging on Heather's spread. I just click like.
Yeah.
Hey,
but artists definitely shouldn't let any of that stuff get to them though. It's a brush. If you can't brush it off, you need to become numb to it where you're able to say, fuck it, it doesn't bother me. You know, until then, ignore it. Because the more that you look at it, the more it's going to aggravate you.
You know what? That's a lesson in life, not just with music. And we can end on this. You have to be able to brush the adversities of life off.
Yeah.
Because I, for one, have been, especially when it comes to these jobs, I will get stuck in my anger, bro. I will literally get stuck in the moment. And it's funny, even in you dealing with me, I know you like, I ain't got time for big shit. I will be wanting to argue. And people will be like, moved on, and I'll get pissed that they moved on. And I'm like, I asked my mother, I asked my wife, I probably asked you, how do y'all do that? How you? There's been times where dealing with you, my mother, and my wife, y'all are that circle for me.
Right.
And I'm like, who want it? Who want it? And y'all all gone. Like, you're going to fight with yourself.
You ain't lying, but argue with yourself because you ain't going to do it.
And you know what, matter of fact, you embarrassed my inner spirit so bad within the past probably 90 days. I called you. I don't remember what I said. You like, bro, I don't know what you on. And it was something about a text. And I was like, okay, well, You watching videos? You literally said, bro, I don't even know what you're on, what that energy is about. But and I'm thinking like, you text me. What do you mean? You don't know what I'm on. You text me.
You just want to smoke that day.
No, I just be because I have so many things going on.
Right.
Sometimes they can, bro. I look too deep into things, and I'm a argumentative spirit. But I'm argumentative because I love heavy. So sometimes I will be getting my feelings hurt, and people just probably be like, "Man, I just sent the dude a message. I don't know what he on." But maybe the capital letter.
You looking at
like, why are they yelling at me? Or you know, and I'm gonna say, and y'all get ready to drop them hundreds. Or say, Heather might say, "Can you send something?" Right?
Right.
So I'm embarrassed because I forgot.
Uh-huh.
You know what I'm saying? I fell asleep, and damn it, I woke up. It was time to go to work. And da 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 da. So I'm embarrassed. So when you say something to me, it's like scolding me. So my embarrassment makes me want to fight. Like, don't you embarrass me? Don't you send that message that nobody see but me and you and Spank? So yeah, it makes me fight. But I'm working on it because I've learned that it makes people not want to be around you.
Yeah, because then it's they don't know what they can and cannot say. They walk on pins and needles.
And I don't want that. I don't, because I want people to be honest and transparent with me. Because bro, believe it or not, I'm the most apologetic person that I know. I apologize 90% of the time, or if I don't apologize, my tone will say he. Most people know me and know, like, my mom will tell you, like, my mom and wife say, let him vent. And they'll be completely quiet. And then everything will be back to normal. They'll just let me say what I'm gonna say. They know I don't mean no harm. They know I don't mean no harm unless they gotta hit 911. They know the difference between the 911 Vic and the he's just loud.
Right.
So, but yeah, man, you know what? Again, man, since day one, Shotgun Shane has embraced the Country Rap Report. Me and him have had several offline conversations, and he's 100% right. I told him, bro, it was Valentine, but it might have been Valentine's 2021. I was like, bro, you need to do something for the ladies, some chocolate, you know, just da-da-da-da, because that project came out and I thought it was really, really sexy. And I definitely think, man, Shotgun Shane has a lane. Y'all go light on Shotgun Shane. Listen to his music. And a lot of you artists out there, don't be afraid, because I see Shotgun Shane a lot of times online offering to work with artists. I don't know what comes of it, but I've seen several posts. Shotgun Shane is very, very active. And I didn't ask him to give out his information, but he's easy to find everything Shotgun Shane. But he's always, his platform seems to be Facebook. He's always on Facebook.
I'm going to send some people his way.
But I think Shotgun Shane, some people, if they want to change their sound, man, Shotgun Shane on your hook, especially if you're trying to get those girls in the Daisy Dukes, you know, make that thing, you know, sweet and sexy. Shotgun Shane has a sound that's not imitated by a lot of people in the genre.
I don't think a lot of people can imitate it because they can't sing.
And we didn't even ask him about the fact that he can really sing.
Yeah, he can sing. So they might try. And then they'll bring in Autotunes and use it horribly. But he knows how to use it. Like the T-Pain sometimes go overboard with it. But I think he's finessed it enough now that people know his sound and know that T-Pain don't need the motherfucker too now. Because he can sing.
He's proven that.
Yeah, he does Autotune just for show. But I think, yeah, that would be a good analogy. Yeah, they are comparative. Shotgun Shane just needs a chick record that's up tempo, and he need a groovy type record, and he needs something that's like an I Need Love type of record. He needs those three records, and all three of those are for the ladies. But once he gets those, and he will submit himself as that guy in the genre, and I think the features will come, and it'll probably be the ladies reaching out first, but the other guys that's trying to crack into that female demographic, then they'll jump on it too.
I just think because he came through the adversity of really going at it with two heavy hitters in the game, because he went at it with two of the people that's top 10, and I think also it made other artists take shots at him. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because you going at their idol.
Yeah. So I think people are scared of him, but Shotgun Shane music is better than a lot of y'all. Y'all probably should check it out.
I think him and SMG Jimmy should collab. They are very similar. One had a different trajectory. Like Shotgun Shane was over here doing this stuff while SMG Jimmy's doing battle rap. Like when I think a collaborative project between those two would be perfect because both of them can sing, both of them can rap, and both of them have something different to offer to the genre.
All right. Again, man, salute to Shotgun Shane. Thanks for coming on the show. Everybody, please go follow Shotgun Shane. Shotgun Shane on all social media. He will holler back at you. Really good guy. Anything you want to close out with, man?
I do not. We got a no, I don't.
All right. Make sure y'all visit countryrapreport.com. We got that merch. And if you purchase a merch when it arrives, please make sure you take a picture of it, hashtag or tag Country Rap Report, and we'll definitely figure out a way to repost and, whatever the case may be. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, it is the Country Rap Report. It's your boy, Vic XL.
It's your dude, Spank.
And we'll see y'all next time. Peace.
Appreciate y'all.